Hello everyone, I'm Nico Nomad and today I will show you my best and worst selling photos on Shutterstock. You will be surprised. All of the numbers that I'm showing you today are specific to Shutterstock. When combining all other agencies, the average amount of money generated by each photo is increased significantly. Later in the video, I will show you exactly my most successful photo by sales and earnings. Keep in mind that I'm not an expert in photography, though I do have 5 years of experience selling on Shutterstock. Across all platforms, I've made over $25,000 selling images online. The vast majority of my photos are landscape or travel related, which is definitely not the best approach. With that out of the way, let's play a game. You will have to guess which of these two images sold more and why. So this is my first photo. Photo number 1, and now photo number 2. Which one do you think sold the most? I'll give you some time to think. Number 1, number 2. If you said number 1, you are absolutely wrong. I only sold once in Shutterstock, which by the way is a photo that I really like. I really like the composition, it looks nice, it's something different, but the problem here is that it's not famous enough. And I believe if you want to sell travel photos, it's better if it's something that is famous, but at the same time not saturated. So if you're gonna put photos of Venice, that's gonna be a very saturated market. And here it is in Macedonia, which is kind of the opposite. It's not saturated at all, but at the same time, not many people are searching for this. And therefore, I only sold it once. What about this other photo? This photo I took in a castle in Romania. It was like a well. And honestly, I could not get a good composition because there was like all these things on top that I was not able to actually take the photo properly. So that's why the composition is bad and the colors are a bit off. It's not a photo that I really like, but comparing to the other one, it did quite well. I sold 80 times. And the reason why, and you can see that it's the photo kind of tells a story, right? If you are writing an article about getting out of depression, that's where this photo could be used, for example. So it really tells the story without words. Apparently, there were a lack of wells or holes in Shutterstock, and I filled that market. I've made $42, not the best photo ever. I'm not really proud of this photo, but it sold much better than the previous one. Now let's go to another example. Here we have a protest that I've been, and I took this photo and I posted right away because it was quite popular subject at the time. And here we have number 2. This is a beach in Fiji, and honestly, it's one of the photos that I really like. This place is amazing. So now it's time for you to guess which one sold the most. Photo number 1, photo number 2. If you said photo number 1, you are absolutely correct. So this protest was massive. It was in the media for a really long time, and I think I did a good job capturing the moment, and I've sold 150 times. And it's a topic that I don't sell that much anymore, but I still sell a little bit. But right after I posted, it was really popular. And honestly, I had much better photos than this one, but for some reason, people started to buy this, and after it was ranked at the top, they only care about this photo. They didn't buy my other ones, which in my opinion were much better than this one. But this one was by far the most successful. And you need to realize a lot of this is by chance. And by chance, I mean luck, right? So what about photo number 2? How many times did it sell? Let's check. Once. Only once. And which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because it's Fiji and it's supposed to be a popular place, but also that not many people go. But it only sold once, and I think the reason why it only sold once is that it's beautiful, yes, but it's also kind of generic. There's nothing like super special about this photo. So I have great memories in this island, but you know, there are so many other beach photos that people can use. So here's a photo that I took of my hometown, and photo number 2, a landscape view of Cappadocia. Which one do you think sold the most? Number 1, number 2. So photo number 1 I sold 63 times. By the keywords you can see that it's very simple. They wanted to find my hometown, which is Curitiba, and at the time there were very few photos of Curitiba, so I kind of found this niche. I don't think the photo is that great. I mean, it's not even horizontally. Like at the time I didn't know how to fix it. Nowadays I would do a better job, but it's kind of nice at the same time. And the photo number 2 I sold much less times, but I actually made more money. And this goes to show that the number of sales and the amount of money that you make can vary significantly. So you can compare the numbers. My first photo sold triple, but it made about the same amount of money. Moving on, here is a winter wonderland in the Alps, and photo number 2, a view on top of the mountain in Fiji. So which one do you think sold the most? Number 1, number 2. If you said number 1, you are absolutely wrong. I only sold once. And I think the reason why it did so poorly is quite simple. It's simply generic. I didn't post in the title where it was located. I just said landscape pine trees, no winter in Alps. That doesn't tell me much. So you want to be specific. For example, if you are posting a photo of a flower, if you put the scientific name, people will find your photo and they will buy. But if you only put purple flower, nobody's gonna see it because there are millions of purple flowers. So you gotta be specific. In this case, I should have put the name of the ski resort that I was, or the town surrounding it, the area, and I did not do this. And maybe I should go back and fix that, but anyway, the photo number 2 actually was the photo that I sold the most amount of times in Shutterstock. So 257 times as of today, and it's quite interesting how it did so much better than my first Fiji photo. This one, why this only sold once and this sold 257 times. I have a theory. First of all, it's luck. Luck is definitely involved in this. If a photo starts selling right away, it can rank really high in the search results. And what my experience tells me, people just want to buy the first decent thing they see. They don't want to search for the best photo ever because it takes too much time. And most of the customers, they're actually working for somebody else. So they're not really worried if it's the best photo ever. They just want a photo that is good enough. So that's what they do. They just buy the first thing that is reasonable. Now, another reason why I think this photo did so well is because it's different, right? You look at, there's these crazy colors, and also it has this aerial view. It's not really aerial view. I was just in top of the mountain, but it's not the type of photo that you see every day. And I think being unique definitely helps. And also Fiji is a very touristic place. There is demand, but not many people actually went there and took a photo like this. And that's why I think it did so well. All right, very nice. But what about the photo that I did the most amount of money? It's not this one. The most amount of money, ta-da-dum, here we come. Yes, a parking lot. That's right. A parking lot is my most successful photo on Shutterstock. Now, let's see why that is. I have one theory, and I believe you can see here in the keywords that they were specifically looking for parking lot and cars. And that's the only thing they care about. They didn't put like trees or forest, but once they see the photo, it's contrast a lot compared to the regular photos in Shutterstock about parking lots. Because usually it's just concrete and cars and asphalt and that's it, right? And this one, it's a little bit different. First, it has this overview, right? You're seeing from above. Also, you have these trees, this forest on the back, this nice green area, and some houses up at the top of the hill. So I think it brings a lot of attention to the photo, especially when all the other ones are gray with cars. And this one, it just, it's something different. And I think that's why it did so well. Now you might be asking yourself, these don't seem like very big numbers at all, considering they've been selling for 5 years. And I agree completely. That's why I shifted to making illustrations instead, and since then my sales increased massively. But that is a topic for another video. Hello everyone, I'm Nico Nomad, and today I will show... Tá, ficou bom aqui.
Ficou ótimo, ficou muito bom primeiro.
Beleza. Agora o finalzinho.
Não tem nada escrito aí.
Have you ever took a photo that brought you really unexpected results? Share in the comments below, like the video, and I will see you on the next one.